recording this. You will see some notification in Greek. Just need to accept it. Are you okay?
Yeah, we saw you.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a message from the Greek government. Because I'm running the video conferencing service of the Greek government, so I have a free account as a perk. So let's go.
It's good that you're using it for such a good purpose.
A noble purpose, yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's start with the server war. Okay.
Okay.
So because this is more or less the same every week, because currently it's impossible for us to drop down to silver. So all the silver guilds are much weaker than us. So we will keep fighting in gold at least until something changes in the server. So with the 5 different guilds we face, we have some different approach each time. So this guild here we call the perverts, to understand each other.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it, but their name in Japanese means something like perverted gentlemen.
Yep.
Wow.
So we call them the perverts to understand each other. So with the perverts, what's happening is that we cannot take all their Titan positions. So I only focus on the bridge, one more post to open the way to the citadel. Like today it was Gates of Nature. Each week they change stuff. Everybody changes stuff. I mean, they change champions, they change teams. So it's not the same every week. So I focused on bridge, on Gates of Nature. Then after I have done the assignments for the bridge and one position to open the way to the citadel, I do the assignments for the citadel and the foundry. The reason is that sometimes there are people like Taino, like Professional Llama, like who else is there? Filar, who have rather strong Titan teams, but also very good hero teams. So I want to make sure that we cover the hero positions for the Citadel first, and then look to assign other Titan positions. To make sure that we use our stronger players for the Citadel and the Foundry. So I've put you here, kick, I'm gonna scroll here, yeah, I can scroll. And then it's Taino, it's in you, Taino again, and last one is left unassigned. Maybe someone took an attack somewhere else. So let's see who we can assign here. This is a team very similar to yours, Inno, isn't it? You have a similar team.
Yeah. I just have Dante and not Aris. And Cartus div too.
So would who is your team weak against?
Cartus.
Car. We don't have.
Just this tune. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Maybe we assign.
You have somebody who plays with Corvus, that's going to shut down Iris pretty fast.
We don't have a Corvus, actually, except for Pro, who is already done, I think.
Not in their main teams, but a lot of people have Corvus, just maybe not on their main team, right?
But I don't know who has Corvus. Okay, I'll assign Yaji. Or not. Maybe it's not a good idea. This is a new player, by the way. He wasn't there the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't have any records of how to counter them.
I need to check if I already fight versus this guy. I think yes.
Let me see too.
Zinfadel. Let's check.
Yeah. Do you have Corvus in?
Oh yeah,
I do.
I already tried versus this guy and I lost.
You already tried versus this guy. Okay.
Yeah, 1 day ago with the same team.
Okay.
I'm checking
okay.
my log too. I do have Corvus Zoomer, but normally the way I beat Kark teams is to use a Cleaver Andy tank combo.
Oh, why not?
And Corvus doesn't fit in that, but I could. I wonder if I could do it with Corvus Andy.
I'll assign you there and you can try.
Okay, YOLO.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm just checking my logs to see if I've played Zinfandel this last week, but I don't think
Yeah.
so.
No pressure.
So, so after I have assigned Citadel and Foundry, what I do next is I go to the other hero positions, because against the perverts, we have some fairly good hero matchups, not so much with Titans. So we try to capture positions with heroes. Now, some of this most probably failed. Yeah.
Yeah, that failed. I actually looked at that one because I was surprised because I knew Talus beat Zolot last week,
Yeah.
but Zolot changed their team completely.
So they changed their team. Yeah.
Because before it was a Kark team.
It was Kark? Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So I'll take that. This is very, very easy for me. And who tried in Lighthouse? You tried here.
Oh,
Ah,
I'm not sure.
I don't
No.
think so. I thought some.
Hmm.
I remember being surprised to see who attacked it. I think it was Meeg, maybe.
okay.
You have to check
Let's
the- you
let's
have to
put
check the
someone
journal.
with Yasmin. Where's Yasmin?
Yaji. We need Yaji, right? For Yasmin? Oh, no, you
No,
want
no.
Yasmin. Got you,
I
sorry.
want Yasmin,
Sorry,
and
my mistake.
we ran out of Yasmins, I think.
Timmy, no.
Did Timmy already get assigned?
Yeah, he uses.
Timmy has already taken the attacks.
Okay.
So yeah.
Taino.
Do I have an attack? Taino is
Taino.
already assigned in Citadel 4 and 6.
And-
Let's see if we can
let's see.
take
Yeah,
him
if we-
out of there.
Yeah. And I
Th-
think we
these
want
are-
to try to avoid Taino for Citadel when we can, right? Because he's a little bit
Okay.
less reliable.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, maybe take him out of here and we'll see someone else for this post. And Pixel, I think, is a pretty easy one.
Yeah, Pixel's easy. Oh yeah, it's almost dead.
I think Maladan attacked Pixel because he had won both of the previous weeks, but probably he changed his team as well again. So, who do we have? Let's try Yaji here. Okay, and we need to assign someone in the fourth post here, which would be who? This is a tough one.
You want somebody maybe with a strong Phobos?
Phobos.
Maybe?
You could pay for Phobos. Let's try this one. And find someone else for here. Anthony should be not that big of a deal. Okay, it's a twins team.
Unless you want me elsewhere, I can take Anthony.
Great,
Twins is pretty simple.
great. So we got this covered. Now I'm leaving out barracks, and the reason is that there is a very, very strong team here,
Yeah.
which we haven't yet, the last 3 weeks, we haven't managed to take it down. And that this Kark team is also very, very difficult. So
Mazutaxi I can usually take, but I think since we're not going to get barracks anyways, there's no point in trying.
yeah, let me check my records.
Although I think maybe I screwed up. Oh, I think I screwed up last week on them because I forgot to fix
Yeah,
my...
I think that's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember screaming no as soon as I hit start battle, and I realized 1 second too late.
Yeah, but I got you as a preferred assignment to Mazutaxe, but since measured year we haven't managed to beat.
So we may as well just write off the building.
We'll leave it like this. So this is our plan. We plan to forget about the 2 bastions and the barracks, and then use extra attacks to take down the rest of the teams here.
Yep.
For the other Japanese guild, which we call Shizuoka, which is what their name means in Japanese. It's a Japanese city. So we call them Shizuoka. Let me show it. It's the one with the moon in their banner. It's this one.
Yeah.
So with this guild, it's a similar approach, but we have better chances against them. As you see, the scores are much closer.
And I think for the last 2 weeks, if it wasn't for people not taking attacks, we would have won.
We could maybe. They have some very strong Titan teams. That's usually the problem. And but their hero teams are manageable most of the times. So we have similar approach. We take the bridge. We take one position to open the citadel, and then I assign all the hero teams. And usually there are attacks left to also take the side Titan spot, which is the Spring of Elements with them.
Yep.
So with Shizuoka, usually we only leave outside the 2 bastions or 2 of those 3 positions. With Canada, it's impossible to break through these 3 positions. So we always aim to clear everything that is in the front. The 3 front hero positions, the Spring of Elements, the bridge, and the foundry. With Take It Easy, again, it's different because they have an impossible bridge to open. They have 600,000 Titan team. So we don't go for the bridge. We go for the 3 Ghost Bridge positions, Magi Academy, Lighthouse, and Barracks. And when we complete them, we can hit the Foundry and the Spring of Elements. That's mostly what we can hit. And if there are attacks left, maybe some weaker positions in the Titan spots, but not much else. It's a very strong guild as well. The only manageable one is the 1s and 0s matchup, which it's usually very close, but if we take all of our attacks, we should normally win this match. Last week, we didn't exactly, or we didn't coordinate it properly, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So, so with 1s and 0s, I usually assign every position except for barracks or Magi Academy. So I leave three attacks unassigned in case we need some help in some other team that didn't manage to win their battle with the first attempt. I also keep an updated record in a text file, which is, it's a record of what has happened with our battles with each guild as it's shown here. But it's not a very consistent thing. I mean, as I said, people change their teams from week to week, so we need to be aware of that. I don't really have the time, to try and record that I beat. No, this is a Titan fight. I only record the hero fights, so I don't have time to record the fact that Inno used these heroes and beat this person with these heroes. With ones and zeros, this doesn't happen very much. They don't change their team so much because they don't seem to spend so much money on the game as Canada do, as Take It Easy do, or even the Japanese, which probably they probably spend more money than we do. So since they spend more money, they have more hero options to switch each week. But people who spend less money don't have that many options to switch heroes because they have developed one main team and they don't have strong heroes to substitute every week. Yeah. So
not again.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
So this is a short intro to what's happening in server war. Now, in the global war, I'm just, when I see, depending on the teams that I see in the bridge, in the Titan positions and the Citadel, when I see that we can win the war, I mean, you start to get a feel of it once you check it a few times. I usually assign all the Titan positions, Citadel and Foundry, and I don't assign the Ghost Bridge at all. The reason is that in Global War, usually for the hero positions, one attack is not enough.
Yeah.
We usually need 2 attacks there to take down all 3 teams of one opponent. So in order to save attacks, I'm not assigning the Ghost Bridge, so I'm saving 9 attacks to help with the Citadel and the Foundry. And this is what I usually write that every morning in the Discord chat so that everyone is aware of it. Now, today was a different story because we're going to lose. They have much stronger teams than we do. And the Citadel is the strongest teams of all, on average. It's almost every team above 400,000 power. So I thought, okay, maybe we just open the Citadel to get the free points from this position, which they were not using. They had not covered, they don't have enough champions. And then try to clear the Ghost Bridge, the Bridge, Bastion of Fire, and maybe try to hit some other Titan positions. I haven't looked into it actually. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I think I used both of my attacks already, so we don't have many options. Maybe we can try. Which one? Not this one. I'm doing additions and subtractions in my mind to see which position is on aggregate stronger. So this seems the weaker, I think. Yeah. So maybe we can try to assign someone here. Do we have any strong Titans left? Yaji, Tino. Put Tino here. And Captain. That's in here. And I'm checking who has level 120 Hyperion, because it is needed here. So I'll put Maladan in this one. When you go against a stronger Titan team, it's really important to have a max level Hyperion.
Okay.
Okay, so mostly I take the back positions when I see that we can win. Sometimes it's so impossible that I just say to everyone, okay, you know, attack whatever you want. It's not going to matter. Like the other day, I mean Friday, I think was when we had, you know, all the Titan teams were 500, 600,000, something like that. Or sometimes some opponents have very strong foundry, very strong citadel, but the rest are weak because they put the stronger teams there. So I try to put my focus in the weaker positions where we can hit. Now, when I try to assign people in the global war, the most obvious thing to do is to check the strongest team of the opponent, which is this. It's a Orion, Dorian, Helios team, and assign someone who can take this position. Who can take this position with his strongest team? What's there? Not much. This could be an option. Okay, this is for Viaggi, because there's a Yasmin here, but I don't know what he will be able to do with this. But anyway, the point here is to try and you know, weaken the other team to be able to for someone else to take it afterwards.
While we're there, Zoomer,
Yeah.
my first attack on Mage Academy failed. I figured I'd wait till now to ask if you want me to hit the first line again. I took out the other two
You're
teams.
here?
Yeah. I think I could take it with Lilith because
Well,
Cornelius won't hit Lilith, but I needed her for the other teams.
okay.
Which is why I missed that one.
Okay, fine. Taking a target with 2 attacks and global is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I could be more useful elsewhere, but I'll give it a shot.
That doesn't look like that, because you know the foundry is very, very difficult, and the citadel equally. So we won't be taking it completely. we might need 10 attacks for Foundry and maybe 15, 16 attacks for the Citadel.
Okay.
So it's no use. Let's try to clear the positions that we can clear.
Yep. Okay.
And we'll take it from there. So this is it more or less. I think that for global, we've discussed it before. Assignments don't matter that much because it's either it's many times it's a very easy win. Many times equally it's an impossible opponent. And it's maybe 1 or 2 matches per month will be close, so we'll need to be careful with assignments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't pay much attention here. My only purpose usually is to give a job to everyone, so that they don't complain. Yeah. I mean, why don't you give me a target to attack and so on? So I try to be fair, and give some assignments for everyone to do something. I mean, they want to play, fine. So with the server war, I usually try to follow these guidelines for each guild, each different guild. So what's important in the server war is to try and have a better system of recording battles, which we had tried in the past, but we didn't really keep it up consistently. Now, what I have here is, I'll show you. Don't laugh, yeah. But this is a project manager's way of keeping track of guild wars. Come on. There you go. So
Okay.
this is a record of who won or who lost against who.
Okay.
It doesn't mean much, but it gives me an indication when I do the planning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not of much use unless you know what was the team that you beat. The other very, very difficult thing here is the Japanese guilds.
Yep.
Because how on earth would you mark an opponent? So I use some let me try to put both on the screen and share the screen so that you understand what I'm saying. I'll stop sharing and share desktop one. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So these are the perverts, okay? So what we have here is we have this guy, which I have marked as something YDY, because this looks like a Y, this looks like a D, this looks like a Y. So this person is a douche. See, it's a D, it's a U, and an S, rapper. So this is, what is it? This kick can win against DUS. So this letter looks like a bird.
A smile.
Okay.
I think it's a smiley face.
Yeah, it's a smile.
Yeah, I call it bird. So U potato mu can win against bird something else. So this is what I do. Yeah.
Okay.
So some have the +11, which is easier to make out. What is this? It's a D. It's a DD, and this is a Greek X. This one here.
So to understand your text file, we need to understand how you would interpret the images and the Greek alphabet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is very difficult.
Perfect.
That's what I'm saying. It's and the Shizuoka guys. Yeah, this is just 5-letter +5, 8-letter, and the last letter looks like H. The first letter looks like B, and then there's a bird, and then there's a rocket.
This is now the best part of my day.
It's working.
I can win against the bird rocket. Let's see what this guy is. Oh, no, not this one. Journal against Shizuoka. So where is Zimmer? Okay, so this starts with a D, and then there's a bird, and then there's a rocket. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's rough to do. So I can't really suggest to maintain a Google Sheet somewhere, because we cannot understand these letters, and there's no way to copy them from the game.
Well, if we had a Google Sheet, you can paste an image, right? So if we did like a small screen grab of just their name, you could add the image to a cell.
Yeah, that might be a solution.
I'm wondering if we can ask for a volunteer, like even if it's not a bladesmith, that would want to record battle results for us to help the guild. Because that could be even if it's not a champion, right?
Yeah,
it could be anybody really that would just help maintain a file or a group.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes, and
right?
But
and maybe I could even pay them in gifts.
Yeah, you have some currency to offer. I mean, sure, that's good.
Right. So for a player who doesn't spend a lot of money in the game, maybe that would be really valuable. Like if they even alternated, right? Like 2 days a week, they, for 2 different guilds, for example, they would just record the battle results into a Google Sheet, and then I send them a bunch of gifts every week.
We only need to do it once a week, basically, because it's.
Well, yeah, I mean, I meant, sorry, per war, but yeah, if they do it once a week,
it's once a week. So I can sit down and prepare a skeleton.
Well, okay, so Zoomer, you're busy this week, which is why
in the weekend.
Right? Yeah, but you're very busy. We're trying to lessen your workload. Yeah. So to start a skeleton file, anybody can do that, right?
Sure. Okay.
The intelligence of your text file because we'll probably need you to help us interpret it, but.
The text file has the same results that you can see in the war log.
Yeah, you can always go back and check for sure.
It's just that I might be keeping some things from 2 weeks back and have changed stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, in some cases it's good, right? Because take it easy, they rotate their players. So there could be somebody we didn't face last week, but we did face them 2 weeks ago. And it would be interesting to have that. And, a lot of the other guilds don't have that flexibility, but take it easy very drastically changes their roster. But yeah, I can send out, unless you want to volunteer to help out with this to start with, it's a good way to get your feet wet on Bladesmith stuff. Are you on mute?
Yeah. But you talk really, really quickly.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I try my best, but my English is a little bad.
No problem. Would you like me to ask again?
Yeah, please.
So what we were discussing is that maybe a good way to start maintaining some records is to ask somebody to record the battle results into a Google Sheet to make it easier for assignments. And I suggested that we could even pay somebody with extra guild gifts to do this every week. So before I ask the rest of the guild if there's any volunteers, I was asking if you would be interested in doing this.
Okay.
It's not tied to, you could do it any time of the day. You could do it any day of the week. It would really be just to record basically what Zoomer has in that text sheet in a way that we can all interpret it, right? And more data is better than less data. So,
okay. I just need someone to explain me how to record the fight. And we can.
It's not to record the fights, it's really about the outcome. So if we knew that Talus can beat Zolot in the Perverted Gentleman Guild, right? Maybe their power levels. So then that way you'd be able to see if their power if the team has changed from week to week.
Yeah.
I can volunteer to set up a skeleton file. I've got time today. And then maybe
SiM, would it be maybe a better idea to implement something that you had suggested a couple of months ago? Like create a channel for each of the opponents in the Discord so that we have it there and maybe people can contribute.
Yes, I agree. So, what Zoomer is referring to is some of the other gold guilds, what they do is they create one channel in Discord for each gold opponent. Yeah. And then if you are playing an arena and you beat somebody from Perverted Gentleman, you upload your screenshot there. So you know that you can beat that opponent and what team you used and what team they had. So when the Bladesmiths are doing assignments, they could say, oh, look, 2 days ago, Inno beat this opponent and it's the same team. And so they know how to do the assignment. And then you also have a reminder of how you beat them. So the only reason I didn't do that, Zoomer, was VDog was a little bit against it, but that's fine.
Why?
He can live with it. Because
why was that?
He thinks that it should be the same as the battle screenshot channel, which I think having one channel for all 5 opponents is too much. And he also thinks nobody uses the battle screenshot channel, so why would they use this? But I think the battle screenshot channel is really more about showing off, hey, I beat this team. This is for a different purpose. I think more people would use it because it's not just for bragging, it's for helping us do better as a guild, right? So that's fine. We'll go ahead with it because I see a lot of value.
Okay, I got an urgent request from Vernon to assign him somewhere in global.
Perfect.
Because he has lunch break, as usual. So every lunch break he's nagging us, not here.
I also got an urgent request, Zoomer, to tell you from Leo, hi, Daddy. He tried phoning me, so I messaged him back saying I'm in a Zoom call with Zoomer.
Okay, I'll just put him.
In general, we have a huge Titan problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he can
yeah,
try.
we need to improve them. Yeah.
He won't be able to take his attacks later, so whatever points he can collect, it's good for us. Okay, what else?
I guess the main thing is if you could share that file with us, because if we can interpret some of it, it's better than nothing.
Okay.
And I'll set up a bit of a skeleton. I don't know. I'm assuming we're going to have lots and lots of questions, but it probably won't be until we're actually doing assignments that most of those questions will come up.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So tomorrow I won't be available.
Will you also not be able to take your own attacks?
No, I will be able, but very
just not to do
late.
assignments.
Very
Okay.
late.
Late. Okay, so we should also not assign you to any critical positions that open up the board.
If I get some time, I might assign myself to positions I can hit, but
Okay. Okay. Well, also hopefully, I mean, we'll ask Meeg or Yerber to take a look at the assignments also when they get up to correct anything that's really messed up. Do you also maintain a file of counters just to help you with assignments? So, for example, if you see a Zisha, you know to assign a Yasmin team, or do you just pull that from your memory?
No, I just remember stuff, but I'm not very good with it. I'm not really good with it.
You seem to do really well.
Because basically I haven't I need to spend a lot of time, to learn the game in depth to be able to do that, and I don't have that time.
Yeah, no, I get it. There's so many heroes and so many combinations and counters. It's
I know how to work with Kark around many different opponents, but not much else in depth.
Okay.
Okay, so I will stop recording now.